Finally, Caleb of all things theology gets to speak about the allegations and the expose that was given by the church that he used to be a member of. They got to expose him about infidelity. These were infidelity allegations. So let's get in the video because we are going to be listening to his response. So let's just get into it.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Man, it's been a minute. It's been nearly a month since. Probably by now you guys have kind of seen what's happened. I kind of want to give my side of the story, really, but I mean, if you're just watching the video, you just kind of want to hear the salacious details. I'm gonna be careful what I get into. One, because I'm not trying to deflect. I'm not trying to blame other people. Um, I'm not trying to be bitter about anything. But I do want to respond to things I did and things I didn't do. Let me first and foremost say that I'm not innocent in the matter. I'm not a victim. I will repeatedly say that throughout this video as I get into it. I have sinned, right? And I want to get into that. You know, the issue that came out, right? There was a letter put out a few weeks ago. Um, just airing it out, right? Getting it out there, right? It was on a Friday. I forget the date. And the reason why I remember it was on a Friday because Saturday I was at a funeral. I was out of town. I went to a funeral, and Saturday, man, it really got to me because that's where it started like getting out, circulating. People started dropping their videos. I'll get to that in a second too. But let me briefly share what happened. Um, over the last few months, I have, for whatever reason, again, I'm not trying to justify anything. I engaged in an emotional affair. I did not have sex with another woman. I was not sending or receiving inappropriate videos, pictures. I'm trying to be very clear on my affirmations and denials because there's a lot of stuff going out there that just isn't true. And I think it's important to just share the truth with you guys who've supported the ministry over the years. I'm not with this woman. I didn't leave for another woman. Right now, I'm currently staying with my brother. I'm still in the state of Texas. Um, I haven't made any plans with her. She's where she's at. I'm where I'm at. And that's what it is. Um, again, that's not to justify what I did do. I did sin. Um, you should never have an emotional affair with another female or male, for any reason, despite what your partner does or doesn't do. There's no ifs, ands, or what about it. And for that, I do repent. I am sorrowful for the last month. I've been I've been pretty depressed, fighting, battling. I mean, it's been days where I haven't even moved from my bed. I've just stayed in the dark. Again, I don't share this to have you guys feel sorry for me. I mean, literally don't feel sorry for me. Cause again, I don't believe I'm not a victim of anything. Again, these are what my actions have caused me. But to this point where there is a separation going on. And so, man, I'm trying to be thorough but careful in what I share, just so that you guys can know what's going on. I know there's been many questions going around about what's being happened. So let me so the video, the letter dropped, right? And so first day was kind of like shock, like, wow, this is out here. It is what it is, right? But I have my certain feelings about that. I'm not going to share that publicly. And a lot of things that I'm processing and going through and that I have caused. I'm still working. I'm talking to brothers about these things, and I don't believe YouTube is a space for, me getting on and trying to kind of get therapy from the YouTube and the comments, right? But so everything got out Friday, it's circulating. I'm getting messages, I'm getting calls, I'm getting emails. Saturday is where it really hit me. Like I said, I was already in an emotional state because I was at a funeral. And man, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I broke down. I was like crying all day Saturday. I'm not an emotional person. Again, don't feel sorry for me. I will say that over and over. I'm not a victim. I'm not innocent. I have sinned. Um, and man, it's just what I guess what caught me by surprise or people who I would consider friends making videos and coming to certain conclusions based on speculations and maybe their reasoning on many things that actually did not occur. That's not to downplay again that I'm innocent. I'm not. But it was quite interesting to see people I considered friends, thought was friends, make videos, never reach out. Um, you know, there's a lot more that could be said about that, but again, I'm talking with that through people privately about certain things. And man, never thought I would be in this position. Never thought I would be in these shoes. Oh, let me address something too, because a lot of people have their videos titled something to the effect of "the exposer gets exposed," as if my content was dealing with like personal drama of people's lives. I largely did sermon reviews, as you guys know about that, and I tried to keep it doctrinal on what we can apply practically and things like that. And so it wasn't just trying to get on people's personal issues. And again, I have done content like that, and in hindsight, probably shouldn't have, probably should have. Yeah, I mean, we'll see going forward, right? But I do want to give shout outs. And again, I'm not mentioning names throughout any of this video. This video isn't about them. It's about what I did, what has brought shame upon Christ's name. Um, you know, there's so much, right? But I do want to thank to those who have reached out. There are very few. And when I say reached out, I mean like wanting to help, wanting to assist in the matter, not throw fuel on the fire and try to gather information. Because that's what's been unfortunate. I tell someone in privacy something, that I did do. And next thing you know, it's on YouTube. Next thing you know, it's getting back to certain people. And there's been a frustration with dealing with all this that's actually complicated the matter. Again, not trying to get into specific details because, again, I know it's going to be reaction videos to even this, right? But I am trying to be as upfront as possible. Again, I didn't leave for another woman. I'm at my brother's house right now. I haven't seen this woman. We haven't met. I'm just being thorough because, again, a lot of people say, "Oh, he's with the woman. They're in a sexual relationship." No, we haven't met. I've never had sex with her. No, none of that. So again, I don't know where a lot of this stuff is coming from, besides vague statements that have been interpreted in such a way that I don't know, right? I mean, I can't speak for people who've saying these certain things, but because at the end of the day, I have sinned. So when you speak of like committing adultery, well, in the sense that I did lust for another woman, sure, but not in the sense where I committed the act of a sexual relationship. That was not the case. Still isn't the case. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. I'm sure there'll be more questions. But right now I wish to not speak about those matters. I just want to get the help privately. Yeah, I just want to, cause like I said, I don't really trust too many people. People I thought I could trust or rely on have kind of demonstrated that, yeah, as you can see, hopefully you can see, I'm trying to be very careful, because I'm not trying to speak from a place of bitterness, but I am speaking from a place that not only have I hurt, have been hurt, right? And so now, I mean, I want to say emphatically, I have sinned, and I repent of that. I recognize this relationship, and when I was confronted with it, I never denied. I never denied that it was. I never said it was right. Again, I know people are going to have questions. They're going to have maybe more speculation, but I hope that I've cleared the air when it comes to that. Man, I'm just trying to think. My mind, again, for the last month has been quite all over the place, with figuring out what I'm going to do now, life going forward with this. Yeah, so that's where we're at. Will I come back on YouTube? We'll see. We'll see. Maybe if things kind of settle down, maybe in a few months, maybe in a year, maybe never. I don't have any. I literally don't have any plans on making content if I do make content, I'll just start making content, and that'll be it is what it is. I know a lot of people are like, well, because you did this, you should never make content again. It's like, okay. I know sometimes that, if you snapshot a believer in their worst moment, nobody looks saved, right? Nobody looks like a Christian in their worst moment. But I'm hoping to get back in a church, because I know I left the faith. I haven't given up on Christ. I'm still reading my Bible. I'm praying, still seeking the Lord. I do have anxiety right now about being in a church because of, your mind is thinking about, oh, who's going to know, and they're going to judge you. And again, I'm battling what I know versus what I feel right now when it comes to getting in a church. Right, I know the theology of, oh, well, we all fall short of the, we all sin and fall short of the glory, but your mind feels like you've done the worst thing ever, right? In light of the videos, you start to believe some of these things, and so I don't want to be a part of away from the church. I don't. I still want to read my Bible, and I have been doing those things. So I do want to give that update and share that, despite what many may think. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I have to still run the race, despite the YouTube comments. Again, I had deleted social media off my phone. I don't have it on my phone to this day. I deleted, I just got YouTube back, but I don't have Twitter, Facebook, anything like that. I deleted off my phone after the first 3 days of torturing myself. In hindsight, was not the best thing. Reading the comments, I was like, man, I gotta stay off. I gotta stay off because it's eating me up. Right? You're reading comments and people saying whatever they say. Again, I'm not even mad at people, but I just had to get off from my own mental health, get off social media. And so I just now got YouTube and kind of see I'm not, every time I refresh my screen, I'm not on the first page. That was crazy, right? But it's news. It's breaking news. I had news site articles, major news site articles. If I told them, you would definitely know, reaching out for a statement. And I feel like from people who know me, I'm not speaking about people who don't know me, right? But people who know me, who know how to get in contact, they know if they message me, I will respond. I feel like a lot of people profited off my pain, off my sin too. Let's say that, because that's what a lot of it is too. But yeah, man, I'm just trying to navigate through all this. That's where I'm at right now. Again, I know people are going to have questions and what next or what, but I hope I've been clear about the allegations and the sin that I have done. And yeah, man, like I said, I know a lot of people like the YouTube videos. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, this is where we're at right now. Lord willing, we'll do YouTube, but I'm not even thinking about that. Honestly, I'm just thinking about bettering myself as a Christian, and try my best to seek the Lord and pick up the broken pieces. Christians unfortunately can sin great sins. We see that through the Bible. Again, not comparing myself to any of the great men in the Bible, but we do see God even being in the midst, even in the snapshot moments where we're like, I don't know. I don't think they're a Christian. Peter cut somebody's ear off. How can a man be saved? Doing that. It's but what a lot of this has taught me, a couple of things has taught me, I've definitely wanted grace. So I should be gracious to others, when they're going through personal issues, not justifying a false gospel, I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, when people fall at their lowest, man, I should be more gracious. And that's what God has taught me throughout this. And man, YouTube isn't real life, so don't invest too much into it, because, same people that'll, hey, I like your videos, will be the people who they read a vague statement and they actually assume worse than what the statement may be actually saying. Right. And so, yeah, man, that's where we're at. Yeah, if there's more videos, they'll drop. If not, man, just keep praying for me. I appreciate all the love I've gotten over the years. Appreciate everything. And so, just pray the Lord will lead me in a sound church. I'll be honest with them. And they'll just be gracious, and the Lord will, years down the road, we can rejoice together. And so I don't have much more to say. Um, Again, trying to be careful through everything, but thank you guys for watching if you made it this far. So if there's a next time, grace and peace.
Well, wow. So I just want to share with Caleb, just to let you know that may God give you the wisdom on how to navigate from this point going forward. Not only when it comes to doing YouTube, but even on the separation and everything. I'm not sure if kids are involved or not. So I know that can be quite a very tough experience by itself. So having that experience, having the YouTube experience, having the funeral that you're speaking about, all that can be quite a lot. But may God give you the wisdom on how to navigate, and also um, about YouTube. I think it's amazing that right now you've just taken some time just in prayer and also in the word, just dedicating every minute to grow yourself spiritually. That is quite amazing, because once you do that, I'm sure God will give you the right direction. If it's to get back on YouTube, or probably if it's to change the type of content, I don't know, but as the Spirit of God leads you. But my prayer for you is that God give you wisdom. May the Lord also give you strength in this season. Definitely, this is a different season, and new strength, new strength, new strength. But it's good to hear from you, and also just for you to shed some light about everything that had been printed out. So it's quite amazing as well. Yeah, and the comment section sometimes can just be very diabolical. That's for sure. The comment section sometimes can be very diabolical. I don't know. I think sometimes people forget they're Christians when they get to the comment section, because sometimes you look at some comments and you're like, "Yo, is this from a Christian really?" Just because you can't see them. Probably the same people, when you meet them, they'll actually say a different thing, but because you're not able to see them, so they use their keyboard to actually break you down, to destroy you. The comment section can be a very diabolical place. If you can, just keep off that comment section. If you can, just keep off the comment section, just for your mental health, or probably just get someone to be able to manage it, someone who can be able to manage it in a very sane way. Keep what should be kept, and what can be kept, just to do away with it. Just delete. Anyway, guys, let's remember we are Christians in the comment section. Let's remember also the brother is going through a separation. Let us remember to pray with him at this time. I never got to the time that they printed out that expose, the first one. I never got to share it on my platform because of several reasons, which maybe on a later video I'll get to share, but not on this one. But on this one, I just had to share this one because now this one is a direct reply from KW. Brother, we are praying with you and we are standing with you. May God see you through in this season. Stay blessed.